Hi everybody, and welcome to the second video for my YouTube channel, Learn English with Steve. If it's your first time joining us and you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe so you can stay updated with future videos. In this video, we are going to cover the number one question I get asked from students of all ages and English levels. Where do I use each tense? That's why I created the following document, English Tenses at a Glance. If you would like a free copy of the document, it can be downloaded in the links below or from my website. Simply visit www.steveraywood.com in the Members section. You can also download the script for this video in the links below and use that to follow along while improving your vocabulary. Alright, let's get started. English tenses at a glance. So, what does glance mean? A glance is a quick look at something. It can be used as a verb or a noun, just like the examples here. She glanced at the clock during the meeting. This is just a glance at the verb tenses. This document covers the basics of each tense and when we use them, but today we are just going to look at how we use each tense. For more details on how to make each of them, stay tuned for new videos coming very soon where I look at each tense closely. So, the tenses are as follows. We have the first row, simple present, simple past, and simple future. The second row, present progressive, past progressive, and future progressive. The third row, present perfect, past perfect, and future perfect. And the last row, present perfect progressive, past perfect progressive, and future perfect progressive. In case you lost count, that's 12 tenses. But don't worry, with a little practice, you will be able to use all of them easily. Let's start from the top with simple present. What do we use this tense for? Well, first, we use it for habits. Things like, she drinks coffee in the morning. He sleeps at 10 p.m. I play guitar in my spare time. We also use it for facts. Things like, the sun rises in the east. Teachers need patience. Finally, we use it for scheduled events, and these are things that happen on a schedule. The supermarket opens at 8 a.m. Our flight leaves at 4 p.m. Alright, that wraps up the simple present, and now we will move on to the simple past. This tense is used to describe finished actions in the past with a time. Things like, yesterday I ate pizza for dinner. We went to the park on Saturday. They watched a movie on the weekend. All of these actions are finished in the past with some kind of time. Now we move on to the simple future. This tense is used to describe actions that will happen in the future. Things like, we are going to go on holiday in June. They will have a meeting next Monday. In the simple future, we have two forms, be going to plus verb and will plus verb. Be going to is used for plans, and will is used for promises or when we offer something. All right, that takes care of the simple tenses, and now we will move on to the progressive tenses, starting with present progressive. This tense is used to describe what is happening right now or at the time of writing. Things like, it is raining right now. They are talking to each other. She is studying English. All of these actions are in the middle of happening. Okay, let's move on to past progressive. These are a bit longer as they create a story in the listener or reader's mind. I was walking to work when it began to rain. They were watching TV when the power went out. This tense shows what was happening when something else happened at some time in the middle. In this tense, we use the past progressive for the first action that happens and the simple past tense for the action that interrupts it or happens in the middle. Okay, moving along to the sixth tense, future progressive. Similar to past progressive, this tells a story but in the future. And we use it to tell people what will be happening in the future, usually so we can make plans. I will be sleeping when you arrive home. We will be watching a movie at the cinema. In both cases, these tell us what will be happening in the future so we can be prepared for it. 6 tenses done, which means we are halfway there and moving forward into the perfect tenses. Here, we start with present perfect. The present perfect is used in 3 situations. Single events in the past without a time, but happened before now. Or multiple events in the past without a time, but happened before now. And finally, an event that started at some point in the past and continued to the present. So, for example, I have seen that movie, it's great. They have traveled to many countries. I have known Tom for 10 years. Okay, moving along to past perfect. This tense is used to put 2 past events in order. Simply put, it is used to show the past of the past. For example, I had not taken a German course when I moved to Berlin. She had eaten when he arrived home. In both cases, the past perfect verbs happened before the simple past verbs. All right, moving right along to the future perfect. Much like the past perfect, this is used to put actions in order, but in the future. Simply put, this is the past of the future. For example, I will have shown you all the verb tenses when this video finishes. We will have eaten when you arrive home. The future perfect is the first action in time, and the simple present form is for the second action in time. Again, because these are in the future, we are letting the listener know what the plans for the future are so they can be prepared for it. In the second example, the person who arrives can't expect to eat with the group. All right, this brings us to the final 3 tenses, the perfect progressives. These three tenses are all used to express and draw attention to how long something takes. With that in mind, we will start with the present perfect progressive. For example, I have been living in Berlin since 2015. They have been working for 3 hours. In the perfect progressive tenses, we use the words since and for to express how long we have been doing something. All right, on to the past perfect progressive. Just like the previous tense, the focus here is to express how long something took. For example, I had been studying for 8 hours when I finally took a break. He had been waiting on hold for 30 minutes before an agent answered the phone. As we can see here, this tense shows how long something took until something else happened. Finally, the last tense, and this one is future perfect progressive. Just like the other two, this one talks about how long something will take in the future. Now, because it's future, we can't always predict the exact times things will happen, but we use this as a form of guessing. For example, we will have been driving for 6 hours when we arrive. This could mean a few things. We will be tired, we won't want to do any more driving, or we will need a break. Finally, that's it. All 12 tenses in under 15 minutes. As I said in the beginning of this video, this was just a glance at all the verb tenses, and I didn't go into very much detail on each tense or how to make it. But have no fear, there is more content and new videos on the way, where we will look at each tense closely. Don't forget, you can download the PDF in the link below that covers each tense with a little more detail. Things are just starting off in this channel, so I look forward to your comments below. If there are any grammar points that you would like to see on this channel, please let me know in the comments or get in touch with me through my website, Facebook page, or my inbox. Finally, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe so that I can continue to bring you more content. Until next time, this has been Learn English with Steve, and thanks for watching.